MetaReviewer is a new program that we like to say has been designed by evidence synthesis for evidence synthesis. Our beta version is now available, so you can try it out on your next synthesis project. To help you decide if you should give MetaReviewer a try on your next synthesis project, here are 5 ways that MetaReviewer can help you conduct an efficient evidence synthesis. Before we begin, if you haven't yet, go to MetaReviewer.org to sign up by clicking on the Try MetaReviewer button in the top right-hand corner. We will send you the applicable login information within 1 business day. If you've already signed up, click on the Sign In button at the top. Way number 1, the coding form wizard, found within the project setup system, walks users through a series of questions to determine the most appropriate coding form template a user needs. The coding form template serves 2 purposes. They help new users create an essential part of the evidence synthesis process, the codebook, and they also serve as the primary tool for creating the database structure. Once the user answers the 4 questions on the wizard and clicks complete, the user is taken to the appropriate template site, conveniently created as a Google document. Users can download and save their own version of the coding form template to use on their own projects. To help navigate this process, please see our other video on the topic or consult the user guide. The second way MetaReviewer can help you conduct a more efficient evidence synthesis is by using its built-in project management tools. Each citation and study that a user uploads has its own dedicated page to collect and keep track of its pertinent information. In addition to basic information, like the study's ID and title, users can link multiple uploaded citations by searching for the citation's title or ID. After selecting the appropriate citations, users can add PDF documentation, track the study's workflow, manage assignments, and indicate its ultimate status in the review. Skipping over the coding form section for a moment, at the bottom of the page, each study has its own Notes, History, and Flag for Discussion tab for collecting and recording a study's process throughout the review. Moving back out to the main project management page, users can see all the studies they've been assigned to code or to reconcile. The coding form template provides a codebook structure to the data extraction process, but they also simultaneously create the relational database structure, and this is the third way MetaReviewer can make for an efficient review process. After uploading the Google Doc template, each of the template sections creates a different coding form section in MetaReviewer. The sections allow coders to identify the various samples, conditions, constructs, or any other pertinent information. A study, for example, with an intervention and comparison group and 2 outcome measures would be represented with 2 sample IDs, 1 for each condition, 2 condition IDs, and 2 outcome IDs, 1 for each eligible outcome. At the effect size page, we use each of these IDs to identify the 2 effect sizes, as seen here. Speaking of effect sizes, our built-in effect size information capturing system allows users to identify what information is required for over 40 different types of effects. This is the 4th way MetaReviewer helps create an efficient review process. Following the last step, users first select the effect size contrast of interest by identifying the corresponding IDs. Then, the user selects one of the effect size types from the drop-down list. MetaReviewer will display all the fields that are required to estimate that effect. Say, for example, a user wants to estimate an effect size using the proportions of post test. The user selects the appropriate option, and then the fields are displayed. If the user isn't sure which option to select, the field is easily manipulatable too, so users can try out different options to fit what information is available within the study. And if these options aren't enough, and they never are, then there's several options to input an effect size estimated outside of the summary data. The 5th way MetaReviewer helps conduct an efficient evidence synthesis is with its automated export functionality. Instead of exporting each individual section and making the user put them back together, MetaReviewer uses the information provided on the effect size page, the various selection of ID variables, and pulls the associated information into a flat spreadsheet. In other words, MetaReviewer looks at the ID provided on the effect size page, goes back to where the ID is located, and then pulls all the associated columns and information into a spreadsheet for the user automatically. The result is a spreadsheet that represents the effect size level, meaning each row in the sheet is an effect size represented in MetaReviewer. Because this is the level that the meta-analysis requires, the spreadsheet allows for easy manipulation and later analysis. And that's it. 5 ways that MetaReviewer can help you conduct an efficient evidence synthesis. Right now, all the functions relate to the most time-consuming part of the evidence synthesis process, data extraction. In the future, we will be working on additional citation management, screening, and analysis features. Stay up to date on the latest MetaReviewer has to offer by signing up for the beta testing program by going to MetaReviewer.org and clicking on the Try MetaReviewer button at the top. Follow up on Twitter using the @meta_reviewer handle or email the help desk at metareviewer@air.org. Thanks for watching.